You know, man, it's funny to me about growing up. Because you see, when you're younger, you got your core set of friends. You think those people will be there for you forever, you know? You're always there for each other when you're younger. Why wouldn't you be there for you when you're older? And even when we were younger, they used to say, when you get older, you end up growing apart from your friends. I understood that. But technology changed the game. Now, I could talk to somebody halfway across the fucking world and get an instant response. Most of the people I went to high school with that called themselves my friends, nah. A lot of them, they were just using me because I had a place to go and hang out, because I had the barn. Most of the people that called themselves my friends were fake friends. And you definitely find that out when you're older. When you hit rock bottom and they judge you instead of helping you, even though you were there to help them when they were young. Yeah, I was trying to think about how many of my friends might have even committed suicide if they didn't have a place to go, a place to hang out, a place to let off steam. That's what we did at the barn. We had that place to ourselves. We could do whatever we wanted, hang out, build skate ramps, have a bonfire, you know what I mean? Throw parties, play video games, play basketball. We could do whatever we wanted. Most of those people that would come over every weekend, my grandma would buy pizza for everybody. They'd eat the pizza, they'd hang out, they'd drink my pop, pretty much just leech. That's all they did was leech. No one ever gave me anything. Then when I lost the place, nobody had my back. And for years, I tried to stay in contact with these people. Because when I was younger, yeah, I considered them my friends. I was foolish. And I'm not even at rock bottom. I'm just trying to stay in contact with old friends. Checking up on them, seeing how they're doing. Yo, how you been? What you been up to? What's new? And it's funny how politics has also changed things. Because now everybody's has made politics their identity. So people you've known for your whole life will turn their backs on you because you don't agree with whatever political beliefs they have. Me personally, I don't care. I may not agree with you. We might have like a little bit of a heated debate. We could have a civil debate. We could talk philosophically. It doesn't matter to me. But the problem is that no one's open-minded anymore. Politics has made people so close-minded that no one's willing to hear what the other side has to say. And the news has lied to us so fucking much. And the story has been twisted so fucking much that you don't even know what to believe anymore. So, I mean, I can understand how it's tough to be open-minded when half the people out there are just spitting bullshit lies that they're regurgitating from the television. Like, shit. And it's funny how somebody I considered a close friend is just like that, just so close-minded. No sense of humor, can't understand sarcasm or a joke. And the motherfucker had the richest fucking parents. He had a house, he grew up on a house on the lake. I remember one time, they had their entire driveway done. Not like paved or nothing like that. No, it was done in perfect laid down stone. And my buddy's mom didn't like the way they did it. So his dad had to have the whole driveway redone again that same summer. So now this dude is walking around like he's some kind of superior. Now, keep in mind, he played sports in high school. He was not the brightest bulb, wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. He still isn't. But because of politics, he thinks he is. Thinks he's better than everybody else at this point. Where he'll just ignore people he's known his whole life because he can't accept the way that we think politically, or he doesn't appreciate our, stupid memes or jokes. It's like, well, fine. Why don't you, instead of just giving someone you've known for 30 years the cold shoulder, why don't you just tell them, like, yo, knock it off with that stuff. It's not, that's not my type of humor. Just respond like a normal human being with a rational answer, a civilized answer. But nowadays, people just ghost you. People you've known your whole life will ghost you over politics that don't fucking matter. And you know why the politics don't matter? Because you believing in those politics isn't going to change shit. People have their own decisions to make in life. You going around like you're some fucking exalted preacher trying to convert everybody to your fucking political religion. It doesn't matter which side you're on, Republican or Democrat, you both do the same thing. Everybody's trying to convince the other side to join their side, but nobody's hearing that shit. So what's the point? We should stop talking about politics and religion so fucking much. Like, what's the point? You're not going to convince people. You're not going to convert people to your side. People will figure it out on their own. They'll make their own decisions. Like, we have too much division in this country. And most of the people who are complaining about racism are privileged white women. I'm not saying all white women. I'm saying all those privileged white women who grew up in the suburbs, that were daddy's little girl, or the trophy wife, that all bitch about men now for no fucking reason. So, what's the point? What's the point of all this arguing? Just so white women could feel even more entitled? Fuck that shit. Not saying all white women, just saying there's a good handful that are the whole reason that DEI and all this bullshit, everything is being pushed because they want something to fight for. They want some kind of cause. It's like, here's a halfway decent analogy. It's like, say you're going out to the garage to fix something or build something, or you got to do some yard work. You ever have that instance where it's like your wife, or if you're younger, it's your mom's got to come out and start doing stuff that completely interrupts what you're doing just because they want to feel useful? Which, I mean, that's awesome. The women want to try to help, but a lot of times when guys want to go fix shit or we got to do shit and you try to help, you're just getting in the way. There are a lot of women out there that can help and that don't get in the way. I'm just saying in a general example from my experiences. Every time I got to do something, it's very heartwarming that, my ex-girlfriend would want to help, but it would take me longer to do what I had to do with her helping than if I had just done it on my own. Or it's like, if I got to do anything at my grandmother's, it's like, my grandmother should just be chilling, sitting in a chair, relaxing. But she always got to get up, want to help, get in the way, or come up with new plans or ideas that are completely irrational, or that are going to take more time, or that can't be done. And it's like, I love the fact that you want to help, but you're just getting in the way. And like I said, that's like my analogy. Y'all think that you're being helpful, but you're just getting in the way. Because nothing's improved. Between 2010, when everybody was chilling and people were getting along, everybody I knew that was in these random groups that you people sprouted up nowadays, they were fine. I knew gay people, they were cool. I knew plenty of people that were people of color, quote unquote. Everybody got along. All the parties I went to, there were people from everywhere all over the place. You had black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, white people, gay people, straight people. Everybody it was just chilling. It was just partying. And then nobody really said shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody could relate to this back in 2010. And then it was like 2015, 2016. As soon as Trump and Hillary were running, all of a sudden this is when the division really started. This is when all the political bullshit started to kick in and everybody started to really, really polarize. And it just blows my mind how a decade and a half things can become worse by people who don't know what the fuck they're doing try to help. Jeez, who could have seen that outcome? I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But like I said, from my life experiences, everybody hates each other now. If you took all those same people from a party 15 years ago and put them in a room today, everybody would get into a fight. Everybody would hate each other. Everybody would immediately click up instead of mingling. And that's just the way things have become. And most, like I said, not all white women, but it seems like it's very common amongst white women to want to say some kind of political statement or stand up for some political cause, and they know nothing about what they're saying or what they're supporting. They're just doing it to be popular. They're just doing it so they feel good about themselves. I mean, a lot of the girls I knew, like way back, girls I've known since high school, they'll tell you. You can ask some of these girls that will be honest. Women who have other women for friends, they'll tell you that those women will stab you in the back. Like, the girls I've known since high school, they've had all of their close friends stab them in the back. They don't talk to those close friends anymore. You know what I mean? It just goes back to, almost that circles right back to what I was saying earlier. Friends are super fake. People you thought back in high school were close, super fake. So even in my situation, being a dude, a lot of my friends stabbed me in the back, but all because of politics. My friends that are girls said that their friends that are girls stabbed them in the back. This was way before. This was back in 2010. They were telling me that they don't like to hang out with a lot of girls because they're treacherous. Can't trust them. Now, I'm not saying this directly. I'm just quoting my friend, who is a female, who pretty much, oh shit. Now looking back on it, yeah, she pretty much told me not to trust women. But ironically, you know, she ended up switching to that side. And then back. But, yeah, her choice, whatever. And I guess my point being is that everybody nowadays is fake. Now that I come to this, you know, full circle, rambling on, everybody nowadays is fake. Especially the women. Like, I'm gonna get a lot of clout for saying this, but shit, how many people are actually gonna watch this video? But a lot of these women nowadays are treacherous. Can't trust them. Like, damn. guess I'll just focus on myself, focus on my hobbies, try and make some side hustle money doing YouTube with all 3 views I'll probably got on this video. But hey, if anybody has their thoughts, just leave a comment, because I'm just rambling on here. But stay chill.